Good morning, children. Welcome back to today's Business Studies e-learning class. Chapter 1, Nature and Purpose of Business. Subtopic, Classification of Business Activities. Today, we will discuss first part of classification of business activities and its detail, that is industries related only. I will explain in this video. And second part, commerce, I will explain in next video. Okay, let's start. Here, business. So already we learned about in previous videos meaning, characteristics and objectives of business that we learned in previous videos. Now, in this video, we can discuss classification of business activities. So business actually it is classified into two, that is industry and commerce. Business is classified into two, that is industry and second part is commerce. So I explained in this video, I will explain industry part only. Commerce part I will explain in next video. Okay, industry. Industry again classified into three: primary industry, secondary industry and tertiary industry. Okay, in business classified into two, industry and commerce. This industry itself classified into three, that is primary industry, secondary industry and tertiary industry. It's clear? Now, primary industry again classified into two, that is extractive industry and genetic industry. Extractive and genetic industry. Secondary industry again classified into two, that is manufacturing industry and construction industry. This manufacturing itself again classified into four, that is analytical industry, synthetical industry, processing industry and assembling industry. Okay. So here what we learn? Business, classification of business activities. Business activities classified into two, industry and commerce. Industry classified into three, primary, secondary and tertiary industries. Primary industry again classified into two, extractive and genetic. Secondary industry classified into two, what are they? Manufacturing and construction. Manufacturing again classified into how many? Four. What are they? Analytical, synthetical, processing and assembly. Clear? Here construction and tertiary case no other further classifications. Okay. Then commerce. Commerce it is classified into two, trade and ancillaries to trade. Trade and ancillaries to trade. Trade again classified into two, internal trade and external trade. Internal trade again classified into two, wholesale trade and retail trade. External trade again classified into three, import trade, export trade and entry port trade. Now, ancillaries to trade again classified into five, transportation, warehousing, insurance, banking and finance and advertising. Okay, these are the ancillaries to trade. Actually more than that also you can include ancillaries to trade, that we can explain later. So this is second part, commerce, we can explain in next video. In this video I will explain only it's a detail about classification of industry and this its examples. Okay, ready? Understood? First one, industry. Okay, business activities classified into two, industry and commerce. First one, industry. What is industry? Industry refers to economic activities which are connected with the conversion of resources in the useful goods. Generally, the term industry is used for activities in which mechanical appliances and technical skills are involved. These include activities relating to producing or processing of goods as well as breeding and raising of animals. The term industry is also used to mean groups of firms producing similar or related goods. Here, what are the points included in this term industry? Industry refers to economic activities. This is the one of the classification of business. Business also included in this economic activities. So, industries refers to economic activities which are connected with what? Which are connected with the conversion of resources in the useful goods. Daily, in our daily life, a number of commodities we are using, isn't it? So, actually, who is converting these resources, natural resources or raw materials, they are converting into finished goods. That is the main activities conducted in this industry. So, okay, that means useful items they are making. That is the conversion of resources in useful goods. Generally, the term industry is used for activities in which mechanical appliances and technical skills are involved. Commonly, in industry means definitely two things are involved. That is, mechanical appliances and technical skills are involved in industry. These include activities, that is, industry include activities relating to, means different activities are involved in this industry. That is, producing or processing of goods. Not only producing or processing of goods, then industry, the term, one more thing also will include, that is breeding and raising of animals also. Okay, that also the part of industry. Next, the term industry is also used to mean groups of firms producing similar or related goods. So, the term industry, the word industry, we can also use in another way, that is the group of firms producing similar or related goods. Okay, example, related goods, similar or related goods producing, then we can combine it, we can call it as that industry. Example here, cotton textile industry refers to all manufacturing units producing textile goods from cotton. Is it a similar items, that is all manufacturing units producing textile goods from cotton. Any units which are producing goods that related with means raw materials using it as a cotton and producing any items, then we can combine it, is called a cotton textile industry. That is one of the grouping of items. Grouping of the similar activities. Here, what is example here? Cotton textile industry refers to all manufacturing units producing textile goods from cotton. Similarly, electronic industry would include all firms producing electronic goods. Any industries which are producing electronic goods, then combined we can call all firms which industry? Electronic industry. Clear? Combined similar nature items are producing in different firms. So combined we can call the all firms in it together, we can call it as electronic industry. Like not only producing goods, further services also included in this industry. Services like banking and insurance are also referred to as industry. We can say like this: banking industry, insurance industry, etc. So, not only goods, services also the part of this industry. Okay. Next, in this industries may be divided into three broad categories. Namely, what are they? Three main classification of industry: primary industry, secondary industry and tertiary industry. Okay, let's start with each and every one's explanation. So here I shown that the industry classification, business is classified in industry, primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary, extractive and genetic. Secondary, manufacturing and construction. Manufacturing again classified into 4, analytical, synthetical, processing and assembly. So tertiary, no classification is there. Ready? So first one, first classification of industry. What is the 3 types are there? 3 broad categories are there. First category, primary industry. What do you mean by primary industry? This includes all those activities which are concerned with the extraction and production of natural resources and reproduction and development of living organisms, plants, etc. What is primary industry? These include all those activities which are concerned with the extraction and production of what? Natural resources. Any items we are extracting, we are taking from nature. Understood? Any items we are taking from nature. That is coming under which category? Primary industry. So any industry, the activities which are concerned with the extraction and production of what? Natural resources. Not only that one, and reproduction and development of living organisms and plants. Reproduction and development of living organisms and plants. This coming under which category? Primary industry. So primary industry concerned with the production of goods with the help of nature. That is the primary industry. Okay. Then this primary industry again divided into how many? 2. What are they? Extractive industry and genetic industry, isn't it? Yes. So primary industry is classified into 2, extractive industries and genetic industries. What do you mean by extractive industries? Extractive industries, these industries extract or draw products from natural resources. What is extractive industries? These industries extract or draw products from where? From natural sources. Then extractive industries supply some basic raw materials that are mostly products of geographical or natural environment. Means this is the extractive industries, their products are related with the natural environment or geographical environment. Products of these industries are usually transformed into many other useful goods by manufacturing industries. So here in this extractive industries, the goods extracted and produced are used in which industry? Secondary industry. Next industry, second category of industry is a secondary industry. So what we are extracted, that is the goods extracted and processed are used in where? In secondary industry. So here it is the products that we are using in secondary industries. But these products of the industry usually transferred to many other useful goods by manufacturing industries. The important extractive industries include farming related with the natural environment, isn't it? So example for this extractive industry is farming, mining also related with the mining of a limestone, then iron ore. So these are the example of mining from this earth. Okay, farming, mining, lumbering. What is lumbering? This cutting of trees and for paper, manufacturing of a paper. So cutting of the trees, that is also part of extractive industries. Hunting, skin of animals, it is using for further production. Okay, hunting, fishing operations, these are coming under extractive industry. So conclusion, we can say extractive industries involves extracting goods from natural resources such as land, air and sea. Then goods extracted and processed are used in which industry? Secondary industry, or in that second industry with part as the manufacturing industry there we are using. And activities which are included in extractive industries are mining, fishing, hunting, lumbering. These are the example for extractive industry. Next one is classification of a primary industry is genetic industry. Genetic industry, these industries are engaged in breeding plants and animals for their use in the further reproduction. That is a point. So related with living organisms, that is a reproduction of plants and animals, that is a breeding of plants and animals for their use in further reproduction. That type of industry, any activities involved this type of any industries which are involved in this type of activities, we can call it as a genetic industries. So seeds and nursery companies are typical example of genetic industries. Then in additional, the activities of cattle breeding farms, poultry farms and fish hatchery come under which category? Genetic industry. So what is genetic industries? These industries are engaged in breeding and plants and animals for their use in further reproduction. Seeds and nursery companies are a typical example for genetic industries. In additional, activities of cattle breeding farms, poultry farms and fish hatchery comes under genetic industries. So primary industry, extractive industries and genetic industries complete. Next, primary industry. Second categories of industry is secondary industry. Okay, next category of industry is secondary industries. What is secondary industries? These are concerned with using materials which have already been extracted at a primary stage. These industries process such materials to produce goods for final consumption or for further processing by other industrial units. Example, mining of iron ore is a primary industry, but manufacturing of steel by way of further processing of raw irons is a secondary industry. Secondary industries may be further divided as follows. Okay, listen. What is the secondary industries? Secondary industry is concerned with using materials which have already been extracted in which industry? Primary industries. Means in first stage, in that industries, they already extracted some materials. That in extracted items where we are using in secondary industries we are using. These industries, then what they are doing, these industries process such materials to produce goods for final consumption. So that we are, means a final product we are using. So in secondary industry, actually this what we want, that type of products producing in secondary industries. Okay, example, that means a further processing, after further processing only that is converting into the finished item. Example, mining of iron ore is the primary industry. Mining is the primary industry activity. So mining of iron ore is a primary industry. Then after manufacturing of steel from this iron ore, then manufacturing steel items, then we can comes under which category? Second industries. Okay, so further processing of raw irons is a secondary industry. Second industry, okay. Then secondary industry again classified into two. What are they? Manufacturing industry and construction industry. So second industry is classified into two. What are they? Manufacturing industry and construction industry. Ready? Manufacturing and construction. What is the manufacturing? Manufacturing industry is again classified into four categories: analytical, synthetical, processing and assembly. Clear? Okay. So secondary industry is classified into two that we can discuss. First, manufacturing and construction. First, manufacturing industries. So we are in second in the category of industry, that is second industry. So first classification is the manufacturing industry. What do you mean by manufacturing industry? These industries are engaged in producing goods through processing of raw materials, and thus creating form utilities. They bring out the diverse finished products that we consume. Actually, in this manufacturing industry, they are producing consumable items. Conversion of raw materials, conversion of raw material or partly finished materials in their manufacturing operations. In this industry, what they're doing, converting raw materials into finished one. So manufacturing industries may be further divided into four categories on the basis of method of operation in the production. So this is further classified into four. This is a classification on the basis of method of production or method of operation for production. That basis it is classified. So how you can say this manufacturing industry? Manufacturing industry include those activities which are involved in conversion of raw materials into which one? Finished goods. So since this manufacturing industry transform raw materials into finished goods, it creates a form utility. Okay. Example of manufacturing industry. Can you say the manufacturing industry is example? Steel, cement manufacturing industry, cement, then textiles, this coming under manufacturing industry. Okay, four classifications we can discuss now. So manufacturing industry is classified into four: analytic industry, synthetic industry, processing industry and assembly. Okay, first one, what do you mean by analytical industry? Which analytic industry which analyzes and separates different elements from same materials, as in the case of oil refinery. Here what they are doing, analyzes and separates different elements from same materials. Example, oil refinery. Here analytic industries, that is includes the activities which are involved in analyzing and separating basic materials into a number of products. That is here one example, that is oil refinery is given, that is a crude oil. No, the crude oil extracted from where? Crude oil extracting, that is the extracting of crude oil is the primary activity, primary industries category. So that is a crude oil is extracted from earth, isn't it? Then after that what they are doing is a processing. Then processing and separating number of products. What are the different number of products you will get from that crude oil after extracting time? Petrol, diesel, kerosene. These are the different products we will get from crude oil after processing that one, isn't it? So that type of industry is, we can classify it in which category? We can call it as the analytical industry. So what is analytic industry? Analytic industry which analyzes and separates the different elements from same materials. So here example, oil refinery, that is a crude oil. From that crude oil, after processing and analyzing, separating different products, what are they? Petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. This is the best example. Now next is synthetical industry. Synthetical industry which combines various ingredients into new products, as in the case of cement. So here point is combines various ingredients, different items we are combining and making one product. That type of industries are called a synthetical industry. Best example is cement. Cement creates a number of chemicals it is using and then producing final product, isn't it? Another example, soap. Soap case, number of items are ingredients are there, not a single ingredient. Different ingredients are combined, then making one product. Soap, bathing soap, washing soap, that one. Cement, then fertilizer, artificial fertilizer, isn't it? Then cosmetic products. These are the different example for synthetical industry. Clear? So conclusion is like this: combines in this industry how they are producing their finished products, combines various ingredients in making a new product. Example, soap, cement, cosmetic products, artificial fertilizer. These are the example. Okay. Next one, processing industry. These are the classification of which one? Manufacturing industry. Secondary industry classified into two, manufacturing and construction. Manufacturing industry again classified into four. What are they? Analytical, synthetical, processing, assembling. So remaining two are there explanation, that is the processing industry. Processing industry which involves successive stage for manufacturing finished products, as in the case of sugar and paper. Here, the paper case. Paper case is how it is they are manufacturing paper. Number of processes are there. Wood converting into this paper. Number of processes are coming, stages are required, then only they will get the final product paper. Like this from sugar cane, we are getting this sugar. That also number of processes, after that only the final product sugar will get. So number of processes are required for manufacturing a finished products. That type of industry we can classify it as a processing industry. Clear? So processing industry, raw materials are processed to produce finished goods through a series of manufacturing operations. Another example we can say textile product, means cloth, final product, dress items. So directly it will get no. That is first spinning is required, then another process weaving, then processing that fabrics, then stitching, then only finally that cloth, that dress items will get. So number of processes are required for making a finished product, then that type of categories of industries we can call it as a processing industry. So processing industry which involves a successive stage, one by one stages for manufacturing finished products. That type of industries are processing industry. Example, sugar and paper. Next, last one is assembling industry. Assembling, which assembles different component of parts to make a new product. Different component of part, that is combining. Okay, best example, car, television, computer. Different parts are there. These are joining and combining and making a one product, isn't it? So that type of industries are called the assembling industry. Assembling industry which assembles different component of parts to make a new product. Example, television, car, computer, etc. Okay. Now second, we are still in which is category industries, second industry. Manufacturing industry full completed. Now second category of a secondary industry is construction industries, isn't it? These construction means as usual, no construction, what is that? The same thing only here. That combined we can call it as a construction industries. These industries are involved in construction of buildings, dams, bridges, roads, as well as tunnels and canals. Engineering and architectural skills are required for constructing these items. So construction industries are involved in construction of buildings, dams, bridges, roads, as well as canals. These are coming under which category? Construction industries. Here engineering and architectural skills are very important part in construction industries. Okay, secondary completed. Now what is the next class category of industry? Tertiary industries, isn't it? Tertiary industries, no subdivision is there, only this much explanation. So these are concerned with providing support service to primary and secondary industries as well as activities relating to trade. So tertiary industries are always supporting to primary and secondary industries. Clear? So helping, supporting, service, different services providing. So what are the different services required in production, primary industries, secondary industries case? Transportation is very important. Raw materials are transported from one place to another. That means into the industry manufacturing unit. That is transportation is required. Money is required. So banking. Then these are supporting services, different services. Warehousing means storing places are also required. So these are the different services areas. So how we can say the tertiary industries explanation? These are concerned with the providing support services to primary industry and secondary industries. As well as one more the things they are doing, that is activities relating to trade. For this tertiary industries also will help for trading purpose, for selling that items also this will help. So services they are providing. These industries provide service facilities, that is the point. So these industries provide service facilities. As business activities, this may be considered the part of commerce. Actually, tertiary industries we can classify as in coming under one category also. Second category activity of a business. What is that? Commerce. This is also included in commerce also. Okay. Why this is the part of commerce? Because this is accelerates to trade, because this will help for boosting of this trade, which will help increasing the trade, accelerates to trade. So these activities assist trade, that's why this is a part of commerce. Then example for this tertiary industries, transport, banking, insurance, warehousing, communication, packaging and advertising. These are coming under which category? Tertiary industries. So tertiary industries, these are concerned with the providing support service to primary and secondary industries as well as activities relating to trade. These industries provide service facilities. As business activities, this may be considered the part of commerce, because as accelerates to trade, these activities assist trade. This included in this category are transport, banking, insurance, warehousing. Warehouse means storing facilities, that is called warehousing. Warehousing, communication, packaging, advertising, these are coming under tertiary industries. So first part of activity, business activity, that is industry, only completed in this video. Next second part, that is commerce, that we can discuss in next video. Okay, study this one. So prepare note for this. Up to this whatever I discussed, please prepare note. Thank you.